Roblox Doors being out for such a while now, it seems that the developers have added in many features within its newest Hotel Plus update. Even then, the developers have had many ideas of what exactly to add into the game, but these are 4 features that never got added into Roblox Doors. Which would you bring back into the game? Let us know in the comments, like and subscribe as well, and your wish may just come true. Number 1, bed entity? Yeah, we're not kidding when we say this. The game currently does have 24 unique entities thriving within the hotel, but the developers wanted to add in yet another entity, this time being associated with the various bedrooms littered all around the hotel. We all know that if we decide to hide inside closets, hide would eventually push us out, preventing us from hiding infinitely inside of them. But as for the beds, the developers wanted to add in an entity that would provide a brief jump scare when attempting to hide underneath them. This was confirmed over at the Doors Wiki, especially if you head over to Wowzer's Wiki account. On the 3rd of February, they did confirm this, saying that there originally was going to be a Jack equivalent for hiding under the beds, but it wasn't added due to L-Splash not going through with it, though it might come at a later time. Now, of course, we're not sure exactly why L-Splash didn't add this quote-unquote bed entity into the game, or also why they didn't simply reuse Jack for the bed as well, instead of just for the closets, but the fact that this entity has a big chance of coming into a future Doors update is definitely good news for all of us. Number 2, voice acting. This one's going to be interesting. With so many entities within the game, of course, the thoughts and even topic of voice acting was going to be brought up eventually within the community of Doors. Many of the entities within the game already do have their own unique sound effects, to even El Goblino being the first entity to be able to fully speak back and communicate with players as well. But imagine if they could actually talk back to us in the form of voice acting. Well, thanks to Wowzers, once again over at the Doors Wiki page, we can find this out. Snowy Piranha once again asked Wowzers at question 4 whether or not voice acting would ever come into Roblox Doors, with Wowzers responding that it is currently being considered, though there is no guarantee that this feature would come into the game. I mean, honestly, I do think the game would benefit dramatically from a bit of voice acting, especially when it comes to El Goblino. They could even have a Spanish accent while talking within the game, and this would bring the character back to life, which would be neat to see. The fact that voice acting itself is currently being considered for the game is huge, because we may actually see it be implemented hopefully as soon as the 4.2 update. Number 3, scenery updates. I mean, hey, who doesn't love holidays, especially when it comes to some of the more important ones of the year, such as Halloween or even Christmas. Many Roblox games on the platform generally decorates their games up for the seasonal fun, and why not Roblox Doors as well, right? Even players within the community itself was able to create some custom and unique skins for the updates based on these seasons, which was cool, but the developers of Doors themselves were also very interested in doing these mini updates as well. Multiple times in the past, we have seen the developers of Doors mention that they'd love to do festive stuff during the holidays, such as adding in funky hats or changing the rain to snow, for example. But the developers were hard at work, especially when it came to its Hotel Plus update, as we've seen exactly where they were putting in a lot of effort into the build. The developers also even missed out on Halloween as well, Though if you really think about it, Doors is technically a horror game, so it should have already been Halloween-like from the get-go, to be honest. Wowzers actually did comment on this as well over at the Doors wiki page, simply saying that the holiday-themed updates were never a really big concern, and they honestly probably won't be for a long while as well. I mean, it makes sense. Would you guys rather have just a skin change update for the game where all they do is change the wall skins or even the appearance of the entities? Or would you rather deal with brand new entities and maybe even get a chance to traverse through new areas and maps as well? I think we all know the answer to that question. Number 4, special assets? Similar to the update phenomenon the developers were dealing with earlier, special assets in forms of unused models and structures have also been within the past of the game's existence, and comparing it to now, we can find quite a bit of features that never really got to see the light of day. As dumb as it sounds, we do remember this model of a bush that Redibles created, and we did mention that this might actually come to the game within the Doors Hotel Plus update. Except, this model never even came at all for some bizarre reason, just like the shears that are being hidden underneath the courtyard. Does it seem like a coincidence that both of these models did not get added into the game? Well, it shouldn't be, as it really made it seem like that these bush models were the ones Redibles had in mind to cut down with the shears, and since the shears aren't officially being released as of yet, they have been put on hold for now with the proposed bush model as well. Many players do also think that it could have been used in order to replace the courtyard bush models, as these ones are known to have more polygons in them, causing players lag, especially within older devices. And actually, no joke, in the middle of recording, Redibles actually posted on Twitter on this very topic as well. They did mention that they're thinking it's about time the courtyard got a makeover. A quick flyby through the courtyard does show that it looks peaceful, but it could definitely use a glow up in terms of assets and appeal. But this could mean that the bush model may actually and finally have its time to be added into the game and help optimize performance for it as well? I mean, I guess only time will tell, especially with Redibles noting that if they really wanted to, they could do small touch-ups here and there in order to keep the game fresh until Floor 2 officially drops. It sure does feel like the Floor 2 update for Roblox Doors is on its way slowly and steadily, but many people do seem pretty excited to see the new models and content that is to come to the game very soon. But what feature would you bring back into Doors? Let us know below and take care.